welcome to the channel and welcome to another Cafe Thursday. Today we will be making my empanadas. So we have the recipe right here for you, so you can just jot that down. But what we're going to use is a 12-ounce can of corned beef. I prefer Goya, a cup of tomato paste, a 1/4 cup of water, a 1/2 cup of olives with pimentos, 2 bags of our sazon, garlic, onion, and green peppers. So let's get started. But first, we're gonna make the side, which of course, if you've seen our other Cafe Thursday, we made red beans with salami on a past video, and we also in that video had the recipe for the sofrito that you're going to use in these empanadas. So we see we've already started the beans. We got a nice little simmer on those, and we're gonna let those cook off to the side while we start our empanadas. But that frying pan that we used for the salami is the exact same frying pan we're going to use to make our corned beef. So let's get that corned beef in there. We're going to break that apart gently. I'm going to get that to start cooking, and now it's time to add the goodness, sazon. Of course, as always, with coriander and achote inside of it. We're going to put that on there and get it nice and seasoned up. And we're going to add our sofrito mix, which of course I did say was on that video with the red beans and salami. So if you want the recipe for that sofrito, it is available on that video. We're going to get that going in just a few. You want to add in our our small onion minced and our 1/2 large green pepper that we've already minced. We're going to get that cooking in there. Now with this recipe, there's lots of other things that you can add in after your meat is done into your empanadas. Sometimes I put cheese, other times I add diced potatoes to this. I've also made a little bit of diced yuca and added into my empanadas, so it's really whatever you want in there. Now once we've got that going and we've turned it, we're going to add our second packet, yep, you heard me, second packet of sazon into the meat, along with our tomato paste. Now, after adding the tomato paste, what you want to do is add that 1/4 cup of water, because you don't want your meat to dry out. You want it to be nice and flavorful with a little bit of liquid. So after adding in that tomato paste, I always put just a tad bit of water along, because it does dry out. It has a tendency of getting a little dried while you're cooking it. So that 1/4 water, it's just going to be completely evaporated as it cooks down. You want to make sure that you add and mix everything in evenly. You also want to make sure that you spread it out in the pan like this, because you want it to get a nice little golden bottom. So we're going to add in our olives at this point with our pimentos, and since it's almost completely cooked, now you want to add in the garlic, because you don't want the garlic to be overcooked or burned inside the meat. So you're going to add that all in. We see that it's got a little moisture to it because of that 1/4 cup of water, and we're just going to spread that out and let it get nice and cooked. And like I said, while the meat's cooking, if you wanted to cube up some cheddar cheese or mozzarella, whatever you want to put inside of your empanadas, you can. So we're going to take a look at this meat, see that it's come out nice. You see a little bit of the cooked particles through there. I like to get it to where it's got almost like a nice bottom to it. Then I'm going to let the meat cool. While the meat cools, we are going to pull out our empanada discs. I buy the large ones. You can buy the smaller size, but I like to make big empanadas. Eric's got a big appetite. If I give him a little one, he's literally going to eat about 5 or 6 of those suckers, but he only eats about 2 or 3 when I make the large ones. I like to warm them up a little, meaning roll them just a little and get a little warmth. You don't want them to get too hot because they tend to stick then. You want them to stay a little on the cool side. So your meat is nice and cooled. I let it cool for about an hour before I make the empanadas, so I always make my meat early. And we're gonna fill those up. And like I said, if you wanted to put in diced potatoes, cooked diced potatoes into the meat, you can. If you want to put cheese into the meat, you can. It's just whatever you prefer. But today we're just going to do just corned beef. and olives and veggies, because remember, you have your onions, your green peppers, and your garlic fresh in there, plus your sofrito, which was made fresh. So they are plenty, trust me. So you want to fold those over, and then you want to press hard, firm down with a fork to really seal that in, because as they cook, you don't want the meat or the sauce to go out of the empanada. So we're going to make sure that we take that fork and we just press those edges in to form the empanada. I always have a parchment paper on an aluminum pan because I like the empanadas to be stacked up and then refrigerated before I make them. So now here's the final product. We have 6, but in the package there's a total of 12. So we're going to do 6 at a time. We're going to put those in our refrigerator and we're going to let them cool about 15-20 minutes. So now we're going to get this Ninja air fryer ready. So we're going to press the air crisp. It goes for 390 degrees. We're going to put 20 minutes, but remember, the 20 minutes is not going to be for each batch. It's going to be total because we're going to make about 3 batches in here. And remember that Pam nonstick spray, because once your Ninja tells you that it's nice and hot, it's ready to add the food, what we want to do is take those empanadas out of the fridge and lightly spray them on one side. We're going to place them spray side down, like always, into our air fryer, and we don't want to crowd it, so we're going to make 4 empanadas each time. So we're going to put in the 4 empanadas. We're going to take and we're going to, because we put them spray side down, we're going to spray the other side of them, and we're going to let them cook for about 7 minutes. In 7 minutes, when you check, boom, you didn't even have to flip them over. They are perfectly browned on both sides. And quite honestly, it's just like frying, but with a whole lot less mess, a lot less time, and a lot less grease. Let's face it, we want to cut down on that fat and grease in our diet. This is the perfect way to do it. So here you have it, empanadas made in about 12-14 minutes. Perfect. And the total for all 12 empanadas, only $10. You can't beat it. So remember to hit subscribe. Remember to hit notifications. Always give this and all videos a thumbs up. All information, as always, is underneath the videos. We want to thank you for making Cafe Thursday popular, and we will see you on the next video for eating under $10.